Previously on the Novympia channel.
Let's go do some Zora stuff. Oh. Does that work?
And coming up.
No.
I find you very rude. The Novympia channel is made possible by our gorgeous patrons who get access to the most unappealing crap you'll find anywhere on the whole internet.
Cue the snafu! Hello, yes, good afternoon.
Hi!
If you are here, then that means you are ready to watch us react to Norway's entry for Eurovision 2024. Oh! Okay, now listen, this one's going to be a little bit different, I think, because I'm probably going to get excited about it.
If you are not familiar with who we are, my name is Nova.
And I'm Olympia.
And we normally do content in drag, but we're very big fans of Eurovision. So if you like either of those things, please give our channel a little subscription.
Yes, usually in drag, but this was Super Saturday this past weekend, so we've got a lot of crap to churn out.
Yes.
It's coming out of me like lava!
Oh, that was really aggressive, I apologise. Now listen, we did watch Melodi Grand Prix, which is the national final for Norway, so we have seen this already. And I know that last time, first of all, I just want to say a little speech here. We had some comments about how is this a reaction if you've already seen it. First of all, don't shout at me. I think that we come from a place of really wanting to know the context of how this song came out of its national final, so we want to watch the national final, which means we will have already seen some of these songs, not all of them.
There will be entries that we are doing blind reactions to, but we always like to be honest with you, because I was not aware of this, but people have said in our comments that there are content creators out there who fake blind reactions and plan what they're going to say because they've already heard the song. I did not know this was a thing.
They will predetermine what their reaction is going to be.
So we'll always be honest with you, but there will be songs that we blind reacted. We blind reacted to France, for example.
Yes, we did. That was good, wasn't it?
But yes, we're very familiar with this song. And I'm losing my voice. Spoiler alert, this was our favourite to win Melodi Grand Prix.
So let's really quickly just reel off some of the other ones that were in contention. We liked Princess's song. Obviously, we knew they weren't going to send that, but we liked the song. We liked, well, I did not care for the robot song. I found that utterly unpalatable. You liked it.
I feel like towards the end I was sold on Kaino and I wasn't going into it, but I'm glad that we got this instead of Kaino.
We're big fans of Kaino. I, however, did not get that one at all. Very well performed, don't get me wrong. They always nail it. That song, though, I just was so glad they didn't go with it.
I liked the song.
A few other options, though. Mia, lovely song.
Loved
that was
Mia.
Excellent. It was a really strong national final overall.
Yes.
But there's something about this which, I mean, the second I heard this, I gasped. Do you remember? We gasped. Doesn't happen very often. Let's watch it. This is Gåte, Ulveham.
That's really good.
Thank you, I've been practicing it. Thank you so much. I love the voice guy. Don't you love the Norwegian voice guy? I love him. I love everything about him. This is a rock band, female fronted. As we understand it, it's a song about...
I love this traditional instrument. I don't know what the hell that is, but I really enjoy it.
It's kind of a song about a woman kind of like struggling against the odds. There's some magical elements to it.
My understanding of the lyrics are that it's a bit of a fairy tale story being told.
Something to do with sort of taking on the elements of a wolf.
Straight away, I like this styling. I like this staging. The laser, enveloping her is really cool. And I like the edits where we're getting the stock photography of ice and mountains.
Yes. I think the staging does everything it has to do. It really invokes some kind of mystical forest. The spinning turntable is not necessarily a new thing, but the fact they've literally just built, it kind of looks like an ornament you put in a fish tank.
I really enjoy.
Love that.
Well, let's just watch the chorus.
I mean, okay, her voice, Melodi Grand Prix, they are allowed to use auto-tune, which argue about that however you will. This
does not sound auto-tuned.
Is not using it.
It's not a perfect vocal, and I think we could work on the vocal a little bit, but also at the same time, for this kind of song, I'm not sure it matters that much.
I don't think it matters. I think that, yeah, there's a few wobbly moments, but a lot of this song is comprised of...
I love this camera shot of the panning up from her feet all the way up as she's rotating.
It's just very cinematic. The whole thing's very cinematic. A lot of this song is comprised of vocalizations rather than necessarily lyrics, because it's evoking a sense of kind of like a magical forest. She's like a wolf lady, right? So some of them sound almost like screams, and I don't think it matters that she's wailing, and maybe it goes a bit wobbly sometimes because ultimately,
she does this thing with her voice where it's almost like a yodel. It's like, it kind of like
wavers a bit.
Yeah, I don't know how to describe it. It's not like a vibrato. It's like when she's almost switching from like the head voice and the belt.
Do you know, I listened to this all day long since we first heard it. Oh, okay, it's happening. I'll stop it. No, I'm gonna cack. Oh God, it's so good. The bit where she arches her back.
Yeah, I love that shot.
And
That's
she
such
leans
a
on the
powerful
rock,
shot.
and the wind comes in. The first time I saw the wind smack her hair and she's delivering that note was when it was like, oh, okay, so this is probably the one I'm going to want to win. Might even
Very
have the
powerful.
best chance of winning. I think the best thing about this song is that and the performance and everything about it is it's at the intersection of so many things that you might consider theoretically to be a Eurovision winning song. It's ethnic, and there's a real kind of vibe about this where you can kind of see it and you're like, yes, Norway, 100%. It's also different, and it has these kind of, it's like rock, but then she's wailing, and it has all these kind of like interesting, unique elements to it, but it's also so accessible.
It's rock, but there's that folky side to it as well, which I really like.
And it's not like really divisive. I think generally speaking, this is incredibly popular, and I think it's also cross-generational. You will have kids doing all of the arm movements and doing the wailing, but then you also have kind of like older people, our generation. I think everyone's just gonna like get behind this.
This is a real complete package already. I think it has such a strong visual. I really like the edits that we get at home with the supplementary footage of like the landscapes and the ice, because it's just enough, it's not too much. And I also like how it's
not
kind of like
Christian Ockman, first of all.
I also like how it's kind of, what do you call that when it's like the rectangles, like it's split up like blinds, that kind of effect. I like that kind of effect.
Beg your pardon? Well, I don't know, it's just an effect, isn't it?
Oh, I thought it had a name. But I really enjoy that.
There might be a name, I don't know.
I love what she's wearing. I just think visually this is beautiful. I think my only critique for it and advice would be just to I mean, she's obviously going to, but the vocalist needs to really, really practice the vocal just where it counts, because I can forgive a lot of it in this performance, but that last note, I think she really needs to nail that final note, because that is what people are going to remember. I think that's important. The rest of it I can let slide because it's mostly great, and it's such a passionate performance. We're getting emotion, we're getting an emotive vocal. I can allow a slightly wobbly pitch if we're getting emotion.
I mean, obviously during these videos we kind of like critique little things, but in this kind of instance it doesn't even really bother me. I don't choose to see it as kind of like a bias. I listen to this and I watch it and I get so invested in what's happening on the stage that I don't really care that much. I think it's, in my view anyway, the one we've seen so far from a national final that is just kind of ready to go. Basically, yeah. I wouldn't really change anything about it. We could try and amp it up even more. Yeah. I love what she's wearing. I love that the light plays a really important role, because there is this really crystal clear laser going around her, but you can't necessarily see a huge amount of detail in what she's wearing. It just kind of like becomes one with the sort of the rocky...
I quite like that.
Yeah, I like it.
It feels
it's
organic.
Green and it feels organic, and it just, everything about it just kind of works. I don't know, do you feel the same?
Okay, calm down, Dee.
I love this. This is currently top of both of our rankings, and we said as well, like, if this wins, this will be at the top for us.
Yes, I don't know what the hell would have to come in at this point to overtake this as being my favourite, because this gives me absolutely everything I could possibly want.
Okay, calm down, Dee.
I also feel like
entry.
This is going to do well at Eurovision. I think this is one of the first entries that we've had where both of us see winning potential overall.
I literally, when we heard the studio cut, I mean, it's gay as all get, but I literally gasped. I was like, that's a winning song.
It was very interesting to see as well that Melodi Grand Prix made Gåte alter the lyrics to this song, because it borrowed words from, or not even words, I think entire phrases and passages from some ancient,
literally ancient
fairy tale that was thousands of years old,
I guess that
or
doesn't matter
something.
because if it's still not original,
That was in the public domain. And what was unusual about this was that the EBU had already accepted this song as it was, and it was not coming from Eurovision, the required changes, it was coming from MGP.
It was coming from the guy that went Ulveham.
Which is very interesting. However, not speaking Norwegian, being English speakers, the changes to our ear are so minimal, and there were no changes to the melody or the production.
Yeah, it wasn't like when Gåte had to
I can barely notice the difference.
Shuffle it round. Listen, I love it. I'm so glad they chose this. I'm so glad they didn't choose Milo. And people still wonder, you know, why Alina Noelia didn't get a writing credit on that one. Well, that's far too long to talk about. Currently, I mean, yeah, we don't even need to get this up, do we? Because it's number one. It's going to remain number one. We watched the first San Remo yesterday, and there are some... I just generally think this is going to be a strong year. Last year, I was not
strong.
That enamoured, but I'm really liking where this is going at the moment.
We just listened to a snippet of the UK's song. That sounds promising. I think this is going to be a really good year.
Does it sound promising, though? Time will tell on that one. I guess that's probably it. Anything else to add? Any further commentary? You'll get in the comments, as you always do, and
this is
argue with us.
Now our third really witchy entry, which I'm all about. We're joining Raven and Bambi here. And is this the year of the witch? I love that.
Will Poland pick Justina? No, they pronounced it wrong last time. Justina. I didn't say it. Justina. But listen, stick around. We have a Patreon with exclusive content on there. If you would like to head over and have a look, then the link for that will be arriving on screen just presently.
What you gonna do with all that ash?
Not bad. No. That audio is going to be horrible. Unusable, but I am available if she drops out for some reason. I can put on a little wig. I can squeeze my ass into that green outfit because there's no shoulders.
Right.
You know, broad up top.
Right.
So we can talk Norway. I'm really excited for Eurovision 2025 in Oslo, I guess. Thank you for coming. Oh, we also play games on Twitch. If you want to see, head over there and watch us play games.
Yeah.
And all the rest of it, social media. God, get out of here. You get out of here.
And a welcome to our newest patrons, the Biscuit Prince, Tash Arg, John Gonzalez, and Adam Robery.
What's the bit at the beginning? That vocalization at the beginning. No, you can't use that. That was a crazy person, and you cannot use it.
Join the Patron, we'll do a shot of Patron.